Welcome back, Paul Catalina, Garrett Ross. Garrett, it's our favorite time of the year when it comes to college football. It's where the playoff committee gets together and they sit in a room and they tell us things that don't matter for a whole month. And then at the end of that month, they'll tell us something that does matter that most of us will be mad about.
Yep.
So, there were a bunch of us who were mad about a lot of things. Now, 8 less people will be mad. So, in reduction of fan bases mad per year, you have gone down by 8.
Yep.
As opposed to all of them. Even the ones who are like number 2 are like, no, we should be the number 1.
Yep.
Are you telling me we're not better than Washington? Okay. All that.
Mm-hmm.
No, it'll still be that way. It'll still be mad. There'll still be contention. It's just going to be on a different scale now. The goalposts have moved, but we'll find out those rankings tomorrow night. Some interesting things happened in the rankings this week, and I know that this is going to be the end of a very short show, but like I told you guys, Garrett and I have a ton to do to get ready for a big show today. I want to make sure all that's good for you, so a little bit of a shorter triple option today. And if you've been watching on Fridays when I do the show without Smokey and Craig, we have a regular guest named Peyton Soysher of rankingsrightnow.com. Yep. Now that it is playoff rankings week, this is what he's been working for with this algorithm and the site for all this time. So every day at the end of the show, we're going to show you a short video as we end and we say goodbye from Peyton Soysher. Monday through Thursday, he's going to do this for us. And you'll see, kind of the things he's pointing out on the rankings. So you're going to see that from Peyton. Tomorrow there'll be another one. Wednesday he'll react to the rankings. All of that's coming up. It'll be short, nice, short, and sweet. So you can share these with your friends. Create discussion topics. Have that barbershop, water cooler, lunchroom, coffee pot talk about the rankings. But this is going to be Peyton Soysher for Rankings Right Now. Thank you so much for watching the Triple Option. We'll have a longer show tomorrow with Royden, but Peyton Soysher Rankings Right Now gives us his thoughts on some of the things from this weekend of games as they apply to the rankings and what Rankings Right Now thinks could happen tomorrow night. This is the Triple Option with me, Paul Catalina, and Garrett Ross. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hi, everyone. Chief Rankings Officer Peyton Soysher here on the Triple Option with Paul Catalina. We have so much to discuss with Rankings Right Now, the real-time predictive algorithm that tells you what the rankings will be of the AP poll and the College Football Selection Committee each week. Now, we are going to dive into who were the biggest winners and losers of Week 10 this week, according to the AP poll and our predictive algorithms. And to start off, we have so much going on in the top teams in the rankings. Specifically, if you want to go ahead and take a look at Ohio State beating Penn State this weekend in Happy Valley, an enormous win, especially after a loss earlier this week or earlier this season to Oregon. They were finally able to overcome that hump. Our algorithm predicted in real time that they were going to move up to number 3 in the rankings, and that's exactly where they landed. The algorithm also predicted Penn State to drop down 4 slots to number 7. They actually ended up at number 6. So Penn State still deemed very highly regarded in the AP poll. You still have your big boys, Miami, Texas, Tennessee, that are still in that top mix. Another really big winner, Ole Miss absolutely dominated Arkansas, put up 60 plus on their home turf. Arkansas hadn't given up more than 40 the entire season. So that was an enormous win. Ole Miss jumps up a lot higher. Our algorithm had them moving up to 13. They actually ended up moving up to 16. So the algorithm is giving them a little bit more benefit of the doubt. Thought would have moved up a little bit higher, but still within striking distance of that a top 12 playoff. Now, we need to talk about the biggest losers. And arguably the biggest loser of the weekend was Clemson. Clemson had their chance. They had Louisville at home, a night game. Those are the toughest games to play. They just came out flat. They just didn't have it. Bad decision making at the very end. You can go into a bunch of different situations on what should have been, but the algorithm had them dropping down to 22. As a matter of fact, they only dropped down to 19, but an enormous drop. And when they really needed to prove to the country, to the ACC, that their weak schedule to start the year was not even a thing to worry about, they haven't beaten a real team all year. That's going to put them in a really tough position to be in serious contention for the playoff committee, to be in those top 12 teams going into the playoffs. Now, another big loss on the weekend, Texas A&M got absolutely housed by South Carolina. South Carolina looks like they had something to prove. Bad defense. I think a lot of people overlooked South Carolina. South Carolina, all their losses throughout the year, maybe except for one, I think, to Ole Miss, have been really close, really competitive. They are a great team. They're like 2 bounces away and one bad ref call from being maybe like 6-1, 7-1, 8-1. Like they're a lot of those games they should have won. So right there, you have Texas A&M dropping all the way down to 20. They actually only dropped down to the 15 in the AP poll, but overall, a really big weekend, some really big seismic shifts in the rankings landscape. We're going to have a bunch of things continuous throughout the week. Stay on the Triple Option with Paul Catalina. Go to rankingsrightnow.com. Play around with the What If simulation tool. You can get real-time updates on your Saturdays to find all of the rankings before they're even released. You'll know the little secret that is going to be coming on those Tuesdays when they release the rankings, on those Sunday mornings when the AP poll comes out. You'll already know what to expect. You'll know before anyone else. Thanks for joining. I'm Chief Rankings Officer Peyton Soysher on the Triple Option with Paul Catalina.